We are live, gentlemen. We are live.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Big Sarge, it look like the storm has worked its way up to North Carolina and Virginia, man.
Hey, man.
South Carolina, you guys sent us a gift.
I tell you what, it's still raining, brother. I am so tired of rain, I don't know what to do.
I know. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. This is day 5 live update of the 2024 Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. Today's special guest is Big Sarge and Mike Grenier. Mike, I be killing your last name. All right. Let's get this show underway. I think Mike's platform is a little unstable right now.
Yeah, we've got the storm coming through here today.
Yeah, you guys got that storm down there, man, and it's pretty bad. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Once again, we are live coverage of day 5 of the 2024 Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge with special guest Big Sarge from the I-10 to the N Iron Elite, and we have Big Mike down there in North Carolina.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, everyone.
So, folks, we're going to clean this thing up, and we're going to hear from our front runner.
Good morning, everybody. It is day 5. I'm in Arizona. I came through crazy mountains last night. I had no idea. I probably lived a 90-mile stretch. That took me forever because it was such a technical ride. White Mountain in the reservation. It was awful. So it is like 3 in the morning now, maybe 3:30, and I'm getting at it again. I don't know where I'm at. Right in the top 1 or 2. So it's going good. So thank you, everybody, for the support. I've been a little lax on some videos because the weather, and yesterday it was freezing when I got up, so I just got my bike took off. So today I'm getting going. So back by popular demand, we're gonna do a little daily dedication. So I got a little razzing for not having our daily dedication. So today I want to dedicate today to our wonderful team of riders, because they're having their ups and downs, that's for sure. Iceman hit a coyote, wrecked. He has since got to the hospital, got his bike fixed, and he's back on it and riding. He took off yesterday. Gopher, he wrecked. He is out of hospital, and I'm not sure what he is doing. I don't think he's able to ride. Bradley, he hit a deer, got some stitches, got himself cleaned up, and I think he's buying a bike today to continue. 2 weeks thereafter, having all kinds of hardships, water, and gear, and everything else, but they're still after it. One of our guys, Tim, hit a alligator, so that's the greatest story. So they're having ups and downs. I've been out here, I've been blessed. I haven't hit anything. I haven't had any close calls. So knock on wood, but everything's going good. But I want to dedicate today to the team, because we have 30 riders out there that are just laying it all on the line to help these kids, live their best life. So they can stay home and watch tractors and do that kind of thing, but they're out there killing it. So today I want to dedicate to the team. So they're super important. Numbers, the strength in numbers. So in your own team, whatever you got, work, home, whatever, man, give them a high five today. So team, I thank you. Hope you get to watch this and know that you're greatly appreciated. The boys appreciate you. I appreciate you, everybody at home watching. Loves to see what racking up these miles on town. It's just crazy conditions. Everything from hurricanes to deserts, mountains, plains, you name it. I'm not even halfway point yet. So I'm hoping to hit the checkpoint today. So hoping to make the halfway point today, and we'll be good to go. So keep laughing and keep cheering. And my hair doesn't get any better. I keep trying to do something with it, but it just stays like that. Peace.
All right, that is
Morning,
a
everybody.
true
It
sportsman
is
right there.
day 5.
Riot, the front runner right now, and we're gonna go to the board. We're gonna go to the fleet tracker, get a quick update from HQ. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Give me a thumbs
Yes, I
up
can
if
hear
you're
you. I
watching
can
in the
hear you fine.
comments. I appreciate it. Good morning, Big Sis. Good morning, John. Good morning, April, long distance motorcycle fan. Good morning. Good morning, Nate. Hey, man, I appreciate you taking that call from me this morning. Good morning, Reno. Good morning, everybody. All right, you heard it from our front runner, Riot, thanking his team, which is awesome, man. That man is truly 100% selfless. And we got to thank him, man. He's a true sportsman. Hey, good morning, Jeff. Hey, so not a lot coming up from HQ right now. We do know that there is going to be something coming down the pipe from HQ. We asked if we keep all the riders and family members in your prayers. Um, the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge is not your Sunday ride. It's not your weekend ride. It's 10 days, 14 days of every element thrown at you, riding conditions. It's a true test of the individual and their machine. So we're going to go straight to the board. Take a look at our leaders. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. We'll try to get them answered. Like I say, today's special guest is Big Sarge from Iron Elite, I-10 to the end, and Big Mike down there in North Carolina.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
So, Big Sarge, what's been your take on the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge?
Very interesting stuff. As the gentleman was saying this morning, I was just kind of taking it in with the amount of natural obstacles they're dealing with. First time I've heard anybody hitting an alligator, and that was a little much to take in. But hey, man,
First time I've ever seen a bike in a canal.
Those guys are going through it, man. And shout out, man, prayers to them as they push on, man. This is just like you said, KSolo. This is not a Sunday morning ride, man. I can tell you that. It is definitely not.
Yes, definitely. Now, Mike, I know you're interested in riding the Hoka Hey. Tell us what your perspective is from hearing about it to actually seeing it, and you've actually ridden some of these roads.
Yeah, I've ridden a lot of these roads that they're on in the 2022 Hoka Hey Rally. I was laid up with broken leg and watched you from beginning to end, and was just in awe of the obstacles that you guys endured, from flooded roads to flooded feet to flooded everything. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get into it this year, but I'm really hoping for 2026. Been practicing a little bit, a couple 800-mile days without hitting an interstate, but it's not easy for sure.
Yes, good. Yes, you are right. You are absolutely right. This year has been really challenging with starting out with in the two tornadoes. That's actually incredible. For those riders to grit through it. Shout out to the old man. He took off. He literally blasted through the entire storm.
Yep. Yeah, they basically, some of them pretty well rode through it twice.
Right.
So as to my understanding, this is all back roads. This is no interstates that we're riding on at all.
That is correct. That is
Wow.
correct,
Wow.
Sarge. The Hoka Hey mainly rides back roads, secondary roads, um, state roads, and on occasion you will divert because just like with Highway 1 dropping down from Maine, it will hit on 95 and then it'll go back into secondary roads and back roads. So these riders here are seeing the back roads of the country at its finest. And I'm telling you, you really have to have a McLean road map to see where they're at sometime because
I see.
uh, yeah,
Yeah, I'll be on
Yeah.
that
yeah.
road in Maine on this coming Sunday.
Wow.
Right, right. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Very impressive. Very impressive
Where
stuff.
you hit it, Mike? Where you hit it?
Headed up to Fort Kent, Madawaska, east coast of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, just a little bit all over.
Right, yeah, yeah. I'll be heading up. Hey, before we go any further, I need to send a get well to my partner, Chris Hopper. He is he's not with us today. He's under the weather. I gave him a call this morning. Hop, if you're listening, tuning in, big guy. We hope you get well, man. Hope you feel better. If you feel like giving us a call, just to send to people because they definitely been enjoying us. And I know they would love to hear from you, man. But get well, and we definitely appreciate you. And you all miss.
Trying to get to some of these questions that a lot of people have been asking, and I kind of want some clarity on also. How many days do you have to finish to achieve elite rider versus finisher versus participant?
Okay. Uh, Sad to say, I think they have stopped doing the elite rider top 10 finishers or top 10% finisher. I think they got away from that for safety reasons. There was a time when they would give out a nice belt buckle for
Yeah,
that,
you got one, don't
and
you?
it just so happened.
Just happen to have one
Look,
available.
it just so happened, and man, I wish they would bring this back because this is a momentum right here that I wear. Yes, I do
Yep.
have two of them, and man, it's an awesome feeling when you look down and see it, and you're touching, you're putting your gear on. But yeah, so with that, I think they went away from the elite finisher. I really hope that they bring it back and really emphasize safety. It's pretty much was stopped for safety reasons.
Gotcha. So how many days do you have to finish it to be considered a finisher?
Uh, the finishing party is at the 14th day mark.
Okay.
Um, so, but they have relaxed the standard a little bit as far as rider coming in, as far as participating to get credit for participating in the 2020, in the Hoka Hey.
10-4.
So, yeah, so they relaxed the standard a little bit, and everything is pretty much for safety reasons. They know
Yeah.
people are having some mechanical issues, and even if they get banged up a little bit, but they still want to grit it out and finish. Beth
Yeah.
and the whole committee has been very understanding about that. So we've had people come in, 17, 18, 19 days. You've actually had people to go back and actually finish the course
Yeah.
uh, for whatever reason. I know Kinky, she went back to the Badlands and she finished the course. So they're very understanding. But, the goal is to try to be there for that 14th day
Yeah.
and get that full credit of participating and completing the Hoka Hey.
And that's my goal if I ever get the chance to ride it, is to be there for the after party.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So, I got a question for you. So, morning time, is there a certain time that each rider starts in the morning? It's just whenever
No,
you
it's
get up,
self-paced. It's
self-paced.
self-paced. It's whenever you feel like going, whatever strategy and plan that you come up with or how you want to ride the motorcycle challenge, it's on you. If
Okay.
I think I average, I think for the first 4 or 5 days, I think I averaged 2 hours sleep a night, and that was me. That's how I
Okay.
ran it in 22.
Right. Okay. So the
I've
riders
noticed where a
don't.
lot of people have been saying they've been average. They try to go about 4 hours sleep a night is kind of what I'm seeing the
Right,
average.
Okay.
right,
Okay.
and that's good. 4 hours sleep is good. Even in the military, we would have to give the trainees 4 hours sleep. Now, it didn't have to be 4 hours sleep consecutive, but we had to give them
As long as you get your
four
4 hours, yeah,
four
right.
hours sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Get
We
your
give them
four
two, wake
square.
them up, then give them two more. But as long as it's within a 24-hour period, it was all right.
Is there a
Yeah.
certain amount of time that you could be rolling or on the bike? Is it any amount of hours? You don't have to shut down after a certain amount of time. Just what
No,
you can
it's
handle.
it's it's entirely up to you. Hey, Big Sarge, Dorothy is saying that she can't hear you or it's real low on your
Oh,
YouTube.
okay. Okay. Let's
Thank you.
Solo,
see.
Thank you.
What about now?
Solo.
Can
How
you?
many hours did you ride first day in the 2022?
30 plus.
That's what I thought.
And I'm not bragging about it. I'm not sitting there saying that's the standard, but that's what I wrote, 30 plus. And I was riding with Eric, I was riding with Lionel, I was riding with Dan, Riot, all of the front runners, man. We
Yep.
were we stayed in it. Um, I think
Yeah, I've
not
done a
Paco,
thousand.
not I
I've
meant
done a
Paco,
thousand.
Paco ran hard. Um, like I say, is pretty much self-driven, which each rider want to do or how you want to tackle the challenge.
Mhm.
10-4. Yeah, I've
Hopefully,
run a
everybody can hear
thousand
me a little
miles a
clearer
day.
now. Is my volume a little bit better?
Yeah, I can hear you
Uh,
fine, Sarge. I don't know if it's coming through
oh,
your platform.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I can
Let's
hear
take
you.
a look at a couple of riders.
See if anybody's lost this morning.
Good morning, Chipper. Chipper, if you are able to call in, we'd love to hear your perspective on the Hoka Hey. Nomad, good morning. Looks like 895, this group right down here on 62. And Big Sarge, I'm glad you was able to chime in today. We were talking yesterday. We were talking about riders building their resumes. The Hoka Hey committee does require riders to have a resume, a long distance riding resume, and your I-10 to the end is definitely a good blurb to have on a resume. Uh, Tell people a little bit about what you got going on with that, Sarge.
Okay. Well, the I-10 is just like it sounds. I-10 end to end. For our ride, you would be required to start from Jacksonville, Florida, actually 643 Stockton Street, and to finish at Santa Monica Pier, which is 1602 Ocean Avenue, or vice versa. Pretty simple stuff. Get on the 10, stay on the 10, consistently across
Right,
the country. Mhm.
right,
Uh, 7 days minimum for this ride, so there's not a real intense requirement to speed or be unsafe. We give you that amount of days because with this ride, it is a social experiment. It's each one teach one. So you're teaching us how to do what you're doing in real time. So we qualify mechanical issues, medical issues, weather, riding, anything is part of a teachable moment on the ride. It's an awesome ride, and thus far we've had over 300 riders that have rode it. But I think it would be a real good tune-up for the Hoka Hey from what I'm seeing right now.
Yes, definitely.
So I've got a
Yeah,
question.
we definitely appreciate you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I've got a quick question for you. So everybody has the same route. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so every
Yes.
rider
Everybody
gets their.
is on the same route.
Mhm. So do the routes change each day? Do I get a brand new overlay every day, or I have my route that I know I'm going to be taking for the next few days?
No. So what you would get is at the start, you would get a set of directions. It could be 2 pages. It could be up to 5 pages. I think the start this time it was 5 pages long, front and back, turn by turn. It could be 3 pages, and then you will ride that ride, and you'll get to the next checkpoint, and then you will get a new set of directions. Everybody get the same set of directions. So there's one master course, and when you see people start deviating or get lost or make a wrong turn, that's when they see that individual are deviating from the track. But there's only one track or one route for all
Okay.
riders.
Very good. Okay.
Good morning, Winston. Appreciate you tuning in. They are mapped out all across from Arizona all the way to Florida.
Wow.
Hey, Solo, pull up 985. Him and another
985
rider
Stewart.
just passed 1150 going opposite directions.
Yeah. Okay. So let's
That's got to
dig
be
in
a sick feeling.
what's going on here. And it looks like they're going away from the pack.
Yeah, they're pretty far off course.
Yeah. So that's 1066 Thule and
You know what?
985 Stewart.
Solo, that is the exact same spot where those 4 guys got lost at the other day that we were looking at, that were heading towards the lake. I just zoomed into it, and it is the same spot. Yeah, because the last one stopped at the flea market and spent about a half hour there trying to figure things out. Or no, I take that back. They stopped down at that McLeod's RV and boat storage place.
Hey, niece, update on the ladies. I take it you're talking about the bells. We are still waiting on an update from the bells. As soon as we're able to get in touch with one of the riders, we're going to be able to give a status. We were trying to maybe get one of them to get online so we can do a quick little update. But hopefully everything is all right and they are rolling along.
You know, I'm curious to see where some of my Iron Elite folks at. I know Sunshine and a couple other ladies I was looking for. Would you happen to know where she's at?
Sunshine.
Kim Henry. I don't
Kim
know what her
Henry.
number
Okay.
is.
Yes, sir, Mr. Harry.
Yeah, 1162.
Okay, 1162. Okay.
So we're gonna pull up.
Sir,
Yep. Look like she's
Okay.
there on US 64 with El Gato. So she's in the proximity of another rider.
There we go.
They are behind 1114 Nash. They are on. She's on course. Pop off is in the vicinity. I think Pop off may have made a
I
wrong
see
turn there.
Papa. Oh yeah, she's out there.
Yeah,
Huh?
looked like Pop off might have made a wrong turn, or nope. She's good. She's good.
Okay.
That's where 64 makes a turn. So Pop off is good.
Okay.
Outstanding. Glad she didn't make that wrong turn there with 64.8 intercept. Yeah. So she's good. Pat Smith. Let's see where old man Pat Cornell's at. Look, that the old man is with Jack Daniels at a Chevron gas station off of the 285. Tracker's off. Last movement was at 9:23 a.m. So that's probably just a gas stop. Good morning, Scott. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. You know, I actually try to get in touch with Shell. I definitely would like to try to hear her take on what's going on. She's been running strong.
Do you know any of their numbers, Solo?
Who is that?
Any of the ladies
For
that are running?
the Bells? Okay.
Yeah.
Punch in 1231. I know that group has been riding together. Pop off is with Kim Henry. Her tracker is lagging. Okay, good deal.
Okay.
Thank you for
There
that
we go.
update, Nate.
Okay. Thank you. So would you suggest a strategy with maybe having one or two riders, excuse me, riding together? Is that a strategy, or is it just pops up that way?
You know, sometimes you get in the groove of riding with somebody. Uh, I have to be honest with you. It's difficult to ride with somebody when you ride the Hoka Hey. It really is,
Okay.
because you are thin line, thin skin. Mistakes hurt, miles hurt. You've been in the saddle a long time, and you know, like Sharif and I, we've gelled. We gel
Mhm.
together. But when you get somebody new, you really have to pick your way and then find somebody that ride the same speed as you want to ride, take the same chances as you want to take, you know, or don't want to
Mhm.
take. And so once you find that type of rider, you can ride with them. It's just that during the Hoka Hey, you may see somebody ride 50 miles together and then they part,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's why I ride alone.
Yeah. I would say,
Thank you,
yeah,
John
I'm gonna
John.
go ahead and do my thing. I'll see you in the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then too, some people, you know, they want to do more sightseeing. They may want to stop and smell the roses here and there, you know,
Hmm.
because you know, really and truly, that 10,000 miles of Hoka Hey at the end is almost a blur. Unless something significant or major happened, it's pretty much a blur.
I imagine in doing it in 10 days, you don't remember much after
Much,
that's
No,
I'd
over.
no.
imagine.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like when I sit down with the guys now, and they talk about seeing this or that, and I probably come through at night. So I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
Didn't you ride Devil's Highway at night 2 years ago?
yes, yes, I
I
did.
thought I rode that last year and it was not in the best shape.
Yeah, yeah. I was out there early in the year riding it, and they was out there loose gravel. I
Yep.
mean, the bike was slipping, tar snakes.
Yep.
The higher elevation is freezing cold. The lower elevation is hot.
Yep.
It definitely earned that name.
That wasn't a highway that you rode where we had this big river running across it, and you were taking a look at making a business
That was
decision.
in Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
okay.
a flash flood in Arizona.
Yeah, that was something bad.
Bells are back together. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, Katrina, we're tracking those numbers.
They'll probably be doing a lot of rerouting from wildfires coming up shortly.
What would be the ideal bike? Needs Gold Wing. Of course, Gold Wing is not allowed. It's pretty much V twin, American made V twin. That's what the Hoka Hey was based on. So for me, and I can only speak for my experience, the Road Glide is a great unit, a great bike to ride. I hit a deer going about 80, and I was able to keep the bike upright, a solid bike. I would say you might be a different experience if it was a Road King or Street Glide or Victory, But for me, I'm very happy with that platform.
I didn't know
kept it
that. So it's got to be a Harley Davidson
A V twin,
motorcycle. A
V
V2,
twin. It
just a
could be
V.
Indian, it could be
Okay.
Harley, it could be Victory. Back when it was Polaris.
Okay.
You can even have a custom built. I think Big Bear and a couple of those. I don't know if they still making those, but V twin.
Okay. Very good.
Who is it that's out there riding the 48 Panhead?
Yeah. Where's that guy at? I think
Who
he's
is
still
that
trucking right
riding?
along. 48 Panhead. Any updates on Gopher? We do not have any updates on Gopher status. Probably during tonight's show, once we get a couple of people up and moving, we'll be able to make some phone calls, and we'll be able to have some updates on riders who may have had accidents or just. Yep, you can ride that bill, Nomad. Hide. Thank you. And folks, we got a lot going on here, so we are not able to pull up each rider as you ask for them. We do have their information.
So you've also got to factor in your own maintenance on this ride. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So, quick question. So, if I'm I need to get an oil change or whatever, do I seek permission first to come off route to do that, or do we make sure that whatever dealership is on the route, how is that set up?
Now,
You can
what's your question?
You can deviate from the route at any time. You just have to go back to where you started.
Okay.
Some people will probably change oil at auto zones or advanced autos, maybe carry a filter with them. Me on my long distance trips, I've done them at an auto zone and then dump the oil there. Tires, if you start with a new set, you should be good the whole way, unless you got a puncture or something weird happens. But I imagine a lot of them don't do any service while they're out and just run the whole 10,000 to the end.
Okay.
Solo, did you do an oil change in 2022?
No,
Didn't think so.
no, but I did have a screw in my front tire, and it just so happened that as soon as I pulled up and stopped at the first checkpoint, John Levins pointed out and said, "Brother, you done picked up something. You got a
Oh,
passenger."
wow.
And sure enough, the head of a screw was sticking out of my front tire. But I have to send a shout out to the dealership. That was the fastest tire change I've ever experienced in my life. I mean, I
You,
literally laid down on the sidewalk, And by the time I closed my eyes, they were rolling the bike back out. The dealership, they will work. They will work with you. They know that the riders, they know what they're going on. Beth and the committee does a great job of organizing, you know, getting everything laid online for the dealership and knowing what's going on with the rider. So tires they will have, um, they may have mechanics there at night. Some, not so much, but
Yeah.
they are very helpful.
You had a lot of issues. You tend to have a lot of tire issues from what I see.
Yeah, man, that's my Achilles right there. Tires,
I've noticed
not
that. Not
Paco, Dirty
only
Dan.
had 2 tire issues out on the road.
The Victory Brothers. Let's pull up the Victory Brothers. Sugar Bear. Yes, man. Whew. Dead Man. Dead Man's looking good. Hey, folks, a couple of these riders have written books about their experience during the Hoka Hey. If you Google or go to Amazon, definitely go and pick up a copy of it and read firsthand their experience. They greatly appreciate it. It's definitely an experience to ride the Hoka Hey, and that way you'll get an understanding of what it takes to ride it instead of just jumping right in.
Yeah, I still need to get Hop's 100, 100,000 in 100 days book.
So Solo, if you can cover, you said again you have to have previous long distance riding experience. Is that documented through somewhere like the IBA or somewhere like that? That you have to present
Uh,
that to the Hoka Association?
for verification, they do want you to have that resume that it can be verified if you participate in like um, Paul Long's rally, the IBR, you do IBA rides. If you do like the four corners of the 48 ride, all that stuff is pretty much documented so that when you submit that resume, when they receive it, they can look at it and say, hey, and it's really for a safety issue. You don't want somebody who just purchased a bike 2 months ago
Definitely
to
not.
sit and say, hey, now
Definitely not.
I want to ride the Hoka Hey Challenge and get out there. And I think they had 200 riders start this year. So think about that person lining up midway and go down. That's just a chain reaction of other riders. And then safety to that rider because the Hoka Hey, you definitely sleep deprived, you fatigue, you go through cold, you go through heat, you go through desert, you go through mountains.
You better have the right gear.
I totally agree. I don't think you should be messing with this at all unless you've been doing this for a minute.
That's right.
Yeah. Has
Good
anybody?
morning, Dan.
Well, I heard you guys say there's folks who wrote books on their Hoka rides and those type of things because I think that's important. Preparing and training for these type of things probably. I would think even a year or two out. What do you gentlemen think?
I definitely say because the Hoka Hey is run every other year. So just like right now, they're running the Hoka Hey, so that gives you 25 to apply for 26. During that time frame, I would say really, really focus on getting the right bike for you. long distance riding, participate in a couple of these rallies that's going on, and even like the small mountain taco ride out there in Medicine Park, Oklahoma. Go out there, and that's where the Hoka Heys get together and talk to these people and meet them, and hear their stories and whatever advice they can give you.
I'm going to put that on my calendar next year, period. My Achilles heel is not documenting stuff. I just not into it.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for me to build my resume, but I'm going to darn sure give it a try this for 2026.
Folks, we have on with us today's special guest is Big Sarge from I-10 to the End Iron Elite, and we have Big Mike down out of North Carolina. Big Mike has been doing a bunch of long distance riding out to South Dakotas, New Mexico, Oregon, Idaho,
Cross country 4 years in a row.
cross country 4 years in a row. So he has a strong riding resume, and we appreciate you guys tuning in with us today, trying to give you live updates. And I know a lot of people have been following the Hoka Hey, so we don't want to be redundant, but we do get updates from headquarters. We do call and talk to riders.
I'm not seeing anybody terribly lost right now. Do we know why JB went out? 950.
JB, I know I had it. Yeah, I think JB was having some issues. I think he might have went down.
I think Robert says 200 miles long distance.
That's just to get to the road I want to start riding on.
200 miles is a cup of coffee.
Yeah. And see, another thing you have to take in consideration, the Hoka Hey does not start in the same location every year. So they're already working on the next location. You literally have to ride to that location, to the start point, and then ride to the finish, and then ride from the finish home. So think about these riders here. They have to ride to Homer, Alaska after 10 to 14 days, 15, 16 days of cross-country riding, turn around, and then ride back home.
I've heard that there's several people that have got transports lined up to have their bikes shipped back.
And you can do that. You can do that if you, for whatever reason, your job, you're unable to take that much time off. You can do that.
Yeah, you're pretty much looking at committing to a minimum of 3 weeks for something like this.
Somebody saying Big Mike, start your ride this week.
So sleeping spots, you decide where you're going to pull over the side of the road and sleep. There's no designated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. The only thing is no hotels. You're good to go. Okay. Like I say, for me, my favorite is car wash ports, park pavilions, churches, even fire stations. Fire station is a good one.
Yes, it is.
Reason being is nobody going to bother you there. It's like, you have Overwatch and you can get some rest there because there's majority of firehouses there's an attendant there.
I like churches, cemeteries, and schools on the weekend.
Yeah, you can have those cemeteries. I'm not going to take a nap there.
836 fish. Yeah, fish. I think Fish Tracker's been I think Fish, that's a residence. I think Fish is done. I do not have any information in my notes right here, but I think Fish is done. Um, Tripod, Iceman.
Yeah, the furthest south riders moving are still south of Orlando, Florida. I wonder what that Google Map distance is between the front and the back of the pack.
Yes, Lon, this is a motorcycle. It just depends on where you want to go with it. If you want to, um, not document, but then too, the upside is when you do want to participate in something like the Hoka Hey or any rally where they require a resume, it's there. It's there. It's documented. So we're gonna try to get Iceman on the phone.
There's well over 2,000 miles between the front and back of the pack.
Right.
Probably closer to 2,800.
Hey, I'm trying to
That's what I
get.
was thinking.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm trying to get Curves on the phone right now. The thing is, she would just stop, but if she's moving, she's not gonna answer.
Hello.
Hey, Curves, how you doing? This is KSolo.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing out there?
I wish I could say that we were doing okay. We've had a mishap with culture,
Okay.
and I contacted Steve Briscoe, and I definitely wanted to let everybody know just some preliminary information. She is doing okay. She's responsive. We were in just a little bit of rain. It wasn't raining hard, but it was very windy. On that 60 West stretch in Oklahoma.
Right.
And she was on the back door of the pack, the last one. And I saw her in my mirror kind of drift off on the soft shoulder, but I was thinking the wind was pushing her because the wind was high.
Uh-huh.
And it pushed her twice. And I looked back in the mirror and she wasn't there anymore.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we are right now. We're at the hospital in this is Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Yeah, we just pulled you up on the map.
Yeah.
So you're with Incredible, yourself, Kinky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Kinky's tracker is having some issues, so we're not seeing her, but you three ladies are together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all of our trackers been kind of intermittent the whole time, but we've been together the whole time. So
okay. Okay.
We tried to contact Fleet Tracker, but you know how that goes.
Right.
So.
Right. Right now, the main issue and concern is taking care of kosher. How's the bike situation? Does she need help recovering the bike?
They're gonna come and pick the bike up and all of her belongings. We've got that situated. We have a club sister coming out of Oklahoma City that's gonna come down. She's about an hour and a half away. She's gonna come and be here for kosher. Like I said, we contacted her daughter and her mom. So, just kind of making sure everything's taken care of on that end, which it is. But like I said, she was responsive. She was able to give her name and her birthday to it was two ladies. They happened to be nurses that kind of saw the accident and went over to help coach her. She was kind of out of it when they first saw her on the scene, but when we were able to turn around and come back, she was responsive, and they just kind of wanted her to be stabilized.
Okay. Good.
And so the EMS picked her up. She, her eyes were open. She was able to move some things. So pretty good there. We're just here, just waiting to see what the nurses give us on the information.
Okay. We're not going to hold you. Take care of that. We will check back in with you later. Okay.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. All right.
All
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Be safe. All right, folks. We just got that in. Status of kosher rider number 1231. We have them pulled up on the tracker. They are at a medical facility. She does have other riders with her. Curves and Kinky, Incredible, are with her. So keep her in your prayers. Folks, the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge is a serious challenge. It's a serious motorcycle ride. The way Curve was explaining that the wind pretty much pushed her. Now that's some high winds.
Yeah, it gets rough out there in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I was just thinking that Oklahoma is, yeah.
The worst.
It's nothing out there. Just open spaces.
Yeah.
Right.
The worst
right.
wind I've ever experienced was between Winslow and Flagstaff, Arizona.
I mean, I've come through that time literally leaning to the side.
Yeah.
and
I went through there on a Dyna a few years ago, and it was rough.
Yeah.
I was thinking New Mexico.
You can't even describe it to people.
No,
I mean,
you can't.
You literally, folks, have to ride through Oklahoma through that corridor, and you will be leaning to the side. I've seriously, and this is the honest truth. I've seen a rider park his motorcycle side of the road, and I'm like, buddy, it's not going to stop. And yep. I went by him leaning to the side. I said, you better get on that thing and roll because it's not going to stop.
Yeah. When I go through it, I make that ride every year. But when I go through it, it's like your fairing is crooked.
Yeah.
It's making me think and it's just nothing you can do about it. You just have to hold on and soldier through it.
Road glide handles the wind so much better than a Dyna or some other bike that's not fixed fairing.
Well, even a street glide. I've seen it with my riders with street glides. They just, they just catch the devil trying to go through there.
Yep.
Folks, I'm going to try to get the Iceman on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
What number is he, Solo?
Yeah, I got it written down. Let me see if I can get him on. Well, I guess that's not the right number. All right, we're gonna try to get back in, check in on the Iceman. Once again, we had a rider to go down, kosher. She is with her team. She is at a medical facility. We ask that you keep her in the prayers. What's going on with 1154? Like you behind 1138. Gone, they're moving good. So 1154 is looking good. Yeah, moving right along. 1154 is moving right along.
Yeah, Iceman is too.
Skinner, let's see where Skinner's at. Skinner 1054. Skinner's down here on 40. If anybody have an update on what's going on with Skinner, Skinner's on Interstate 40. He should not be on Interstate 40. He should not be on Interstate 40 at all. I don't know if he's exiting the course.
He's been on
having any
40
issues.
Looks like Jeff is about to not too far from being in New Mexico.
Yep. Pulling up Jeff Hallquist out of Newburgh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
He's
about 5 miles from the
and
border.
this is Jeff. This is Jeff's second time riding a Hoka Hey. Last year he had some bike issues, so he wasn't able to finish. But this year he brought out his road glide, and he's determined to finish it this year. He also, there's a couple of other events that you can ride in and participate in that will help you build your resume. You got the RTE across USA. That's another good one, the RTE across the USA. The Ultimate Long Distance Rider is another good one.
Those stickers are everywhere.
Yep. So folks, you can join these organizations. You can build a resume if you want to participate in the Hoka Hey. That's it, Dan.
I totally agree with Dan on that one. I don't know. You tell me, gentlemen. I suggest you don't even attempt this unless you rode across the country a couple times.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely
I've
would
done
second that.
pretty hard riding.
And get on the back roads.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you can best believe they're going to take you on the hardest, even the SMA Best 15, the Southern California Motorcycle Association Best 15. Look it up. Look it up.
You know,
California Adventure Series.
My take on it is not only just for the miles to understand some of the nuances coming across the country, such as we were talking about understanding how wind works in Oklahoma or New Mexico or Arizona, the mountains. There's so many different things you'll experience going across the country, and you don't want to be learning about this at the as you're attempting Hoka Hey for the first time. You should know those type of things, at least in my opinion, I would say.
I would totally agree. I can't imagine coming across the hogback in Utah at night without ever seeing it before.
Let me see if I can get Iceman on again, gentlemen. I would definitely love to hear how he's doing. Once again, folks, we got live coverage from the 2024 Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. $10,000 miles on back roads of the US of A. No electronic GPS, no sleeping in hotels.
Who was that slept in the bathroom last night?
I'm not going to particularly put that rider on blast. because I do not know what the status of that rider that caused them to sit there and say, "Hey, I want to sleep in the bathroom."
Yikes.
I
But
can't I can't find the post right now, but he put himself out there. He put the post out there.
yes,
I've
he
seen it.
did. Yes, he did.
Wow.
Yes,
It
he
looked like he was
did.
ill.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He asked for that.
Yeah. I might even take the cemetery before I take the bathroom.
Now I have slept in a bathroom. I have slept in a bathroom a time or two. Up in Alaska, um, it wasn't a pretty sight, but I definitely slept in a bathroom.
I haven't
But it
done
was
that one.
but it was my fault. It was my fault up there. And riders, this is what the riders are getting ready to experience, folks. In Alaska at this time of the year, it really does not get dark. It's going to be like a grayish color. And then probably around about maybe 4 or 5, it may darken out, and then it's right back daylight. So you may see riders still riding at an ungodly time up there, but they may have a condition where they can see, and they'll still be pushing. All right, I keep getting some bad G2 there, so folks, we appreciate you. We've been on now for about an hour. Our special guest today has been Big Sarge from the Iron Elite I-10 to the end, and Big Mike out of North Carolina looking to ride in the 2026 Hoka Hey, and he's here as a novelist, as a rookie, looking for information scoops. But he's definitely been tracking. He's definitely been studying the board, seeing how the Hoka Hey takes you on back rows, and
I'm definitely in awe of what some of these guys can do.
good deal, good deal.
Yeah, good
So,
stuff.
folks, once again, Chris Hopper is under the weather. Please send him your prayers. We hope you feel better. Hop, who knows? We may get him on tonight for the night edition, but we will be broadcasting another episode tonight. Tuning in. There's a couple of groups out there, a couple of people are posting information. If we get some information between now and the night episode, we may come back on live. So just stay tuned. You can find us on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be streaming to different platforms. So if you don't see us on Facebook and you get a ping on your YouTube, we may be on YouTube. Big Sarge, I appreciate you joining me today. Mike, I appreciate you joining me today.
Thank you, Solo. It's definitely been great having you guys and Hopper here to sit there and kind of tell some of us that are watching and don't know as much about the Hoka Hey what it's really about and what it takes to get into this.
Good deal, good deal. And
Very,
yeah, go ahead, Sarge.
hey, very cool stuff, man. I would suggest, just my opinion, if you are looking to do the Hoka Hey, we said what, 2026?
2026.
Get your butt in as many IBAs, I-10 to the ends, four corner rides as humanly possible. And if you hadn't done it already, subscribe to KSolo's YouTube channel. Subscribe. You're going to learn a lot.
Appreciate that plug, Sarge. Appreciate that plug, man. Good deal. That's what it's all about, folks. Well, hey, we appreciate you tuning in. We're going to sign out. Continue to comment. We're going to leave the comments up, and we're going to try to answer all comments as they come in. But take care, riders, and we'll be broadcasting live soon. We're
We'll
out of
see
here.
you, Hey Solo. Thanks for
All
having
right.
us.
Good deal.
Take
All
care,
right,
gentlemen. Top of the morning.
Everybody howdy. Ride safe, y'all. Very cool. Oh, here comes the next batch.
In the van hawk.
Yep. Is that not the next year I'm gonna have to get our a flag would be way better.